We got a chance to speak to the creators of the brand new Inside Out 2 spin-off Dream Productions. Here's our conversation with executive producer Jaclyn Simon, as well as directors Valerie LaPoint and Austin Madison. Let me say this. I have a newborn who is 7.5 months old, and opening with the pacifier thing just got me immediately. Right now, I'm watching him on the side, and he's awake when he's not supposed to be searching for his pacifier. But yes. So
horrible.
Well done. Well played. Tell me this. As I was watching these 4 episodes, the one thing that I kept thinking about was there a world in which this was an actual inside out feature? Because it's a fascinating new world to explore.
Oh, thank you so much. It was always meant to be a series.
Right.
And we never built it as a feature. Although it does have a story arc, but what we loved is that we could actually break it up and make little arcs within each episode and play with things like cold opens and cliffhangers and tell a story in a different way.
Very cool. I have a nerdy question, but you guys, Pixar, and given the meticulous nature of what you do, I think you might have an answer. But is there a hierarchy within Riley's mind as to who is in charge? Do the emotions influence dreams, or do the dreams influence emotions? What's happening, guys?
Yeah.
Well, headquarters is in charge, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we sort of imply that.
They're able to give the feedback directly about how the dream. I mean, that's kind of what we built into the stakes, is that, something happens to Riley in the real world. If the emotions can't handle it, it becomes an assignment for Dream Productions, and whether Dream Productions is successful by watching the emotions watch the movie. So they're kind of your audience and your film critics, because there's, as you know, there's a scene where Anger gives a very direct review, but really it's all, everybody's just kind of this messy community that's trying to pitch in for Riley's benefit. So hopefully it feels like everybody's guessing what Riley needs and they're disagreeing. And then the question is, what does Riley really need?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, in that case, help me out with a little bit of inside baseball, because there is so much happening in this show. Like you said, headquarters is both the audience and the film critic. You've got a rebuke of all Hollywood studios going on. You've got your full documentary methodology. You've got adults trying to decide the kind of content that kids want to watch. And there's all of this stuff happening. But I'm curious, when you're writing something like this, and Pixar does this very well, is there a conscious effort to put in stuff for a 40-year-old film guy? Or is that just a by the by?
I think we make films for ourselves, right? That entertain us. And we know we want to bring the fun for kids, but this is a sense of humor and a style that speaks to us.
Yeah, I think it's probably just by osmosis, intuitively, that things like that come up. Being as we are filmmakers in the stage of our own personal lives and experience end up trickling in with the ideas we come up with in sort of a symbiotic way.
Yeah, because all of the movies have enough for the folks, for the parents, and because they're the ones taking the kids anyway, so that kind of works as well. I when the inevitable Inside Out 3 happens, I can already see the conflict being set up with this one. But I'm curious, when you're making a spin-off like this, is that a consideration? I mean, are you thinking about, okay, how does this feed into a feature if it may happen, or are you just operating within a bubble?
Well, we worked alongside Inside Out too. So we did have that going on at the same time, but we're never thinking about making something to feed what's next.
There's no 10 film plan of Inside Out. But this one was unique that we were making it alongside Inside Out too. There was a consideration of okay, well, what are you guys doing? And what is she doing at 13? Because that is going to form how she is at 12. And, we were sort of navigating the middle of that. And then we zeroed in on okay, she's going to her first dance. That's a unique thing with a 12-year-old that we can do, that we know by Inside Out 2 she's passed or she's experienced.
Yeah.
And so that was a specific
I think too with her friends there, the friends Bree and Grace were created for Inside Out 2, and we knew we wanted her to have friends to care about, that they were going to go to this dance. So that was very much a back and forth of, hey, who are the friends, guys?
Yeah.
And, we don't know. Okay, well, we're locking this episode. So this is how they are. And so it was interesting, kind of, it was a good improv game of, bouncing back and forth and like figuring out, because it's very easy for the Riley scenes to get pushed to the side and go off about dreams and emotions, but you really need to care, and those really need to feel like real teenage girls. And we actually had a consulting team of teenage girls come, and they had some of the best notes about like, oh my gosh, this was relevant. I don't know about this. This was funny. So that, to your earlier point, having a younger audience helped us make sure that it was accessible not just to little kids, but to the Riley age audience.
Yeah, the authenticity of the girl that we're speaking about.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Fantastic.
have to
I'm very out of time, so I have to let you go. But thank you so much. I'm very apprehensive going into these spin-offs, but you guys nailed it.
You will be demoted to brain farts. That was the chair.
Dream Productions is now streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.